Hello, welcome back to Sambhashana. I'm back with another Changemaker episode with Rakesh Ramesh, who started Right for Cause to ensure that children are not deprived of education due to shortage of resources. Right for Cause is a biker not-profit organization with the mission of enabling education for rural and tribal children. Right for Cause is a 4-year-old organization which has impacted more than 50 rural schools, including tribal communities, majorly improving the infrastructure of schools by painting, providing study material and other stationery material. During the lockdown, they distributed 1,000 plus activity workbooks to children from rural government schools, which enable them to learn from home. Through a long-term collaboration with selected schools, we are aiming to provide soft and hard infrastructure with the belief that poverty should never be a barrier for children to dream big. Welcome to the fortnightly online talk show, Sambhashana. I'm Neelima Somashekar, presenting yet another inspiring conversation in the Changemaker series. And I'm privileged to introduce Rakesh Ramesh, the founder of Right for a Cause, started his career as a software engineer, post volunteering and handling few CSR events. He was motivated and founded Right for Cause. Rakesh, a very warm welcome to you, and I'm delighted to have you on this Changemaker series. And I'm so happy being colleagues to see you doing such amazing work back in those days when we were working. It's and from where you've come, it's an amazing journey to see you getting there.
Thank you very much, Nilima. I think it is my privilege to be part of this show, and I have been following you for this. I mean, since the day you started this show, and it's been very inspiring. So I just also mentioned this to you. So this is something that not many people do, because we see a lot of news around us, and then when we see shows like this, it certainly motivates a lot of people. So thanks very much. It's my privilege to be part of this.
Yeah, it's so motivating, to hear that from you, Rakesh. Thank you so much. And now, going forward, we will take a glimpse of the work that you and your team, that is as a team, Right for Cause, has been doing. That's some amazing work, Rakesh, you and your team put it together. And to begin with, I wanted to ask you, what is the inspiration behind Right for Cause? I know motorcycling is always, considered very adventurous and all that. How did you connect the riding with a cause?
Okay. I mean, in the year 2017, I mean, we had a group of bikers who were like riding across, and then we formed a group. We had different names for it. And of course, like volunteering was always part of my life while I was in going for weekend volunteering, while I was working with TCS. And during this time, we thought of going for a long ride. When I say long ride, it is close to 12 days, and we were covering close to 3,500 kilometers. So the ride usually started from Bangalore, and we rode across Karnataka, and then joined the coastal side of Kerala. And from there, we went to Trivandrum, Kanyakumari, Rameshwaram, and Pondicherry, and then came back to Bangalore. It's like 3,500 kilometers. So, and this ride, of course, like what we thought is, why don't we connect it to a cause? Because a lot of people, I mean, believe when people are riding so long, they keep motivating, and the message we spread is what adds a lot of value through that ride. So we thought, me and my friend, we thought we'll just ask people to donate stationaries. So I'll tell you, the response was so overwhelming. A lot of people came up, not only cousins, friends, and outside people as well. I mean, third person, when we spread out this message through social media and different platforms. And we got a huge number of stationaries. We were all surprised because, of course, like people willing to donate, will donate. But I mean, we never thought that so much response we get just by sharing the social media and the posters and all. And we collected all these, and then we had the saddlebag, the usual biker stuff, and then one side saddlebag and one side of the saddlebag had a lot of clothes. I mean, of course, clothes, I mean, we had very limited, being minimalistic. So we started riding, and then every tribal or government school, like we used to pass through forests, right? So there as well we had a different kind of, I mean, every place has, like, that's the beauty of India, right? So every place has different culture. So when we talk about the government schools, that also has a different culture. So one instance I would like to mention here, while we were distributing stationaries to these children in Kanyakumari, there was a nomad group. So as they say, I mean, when you are going for a cause, I mean, the entire universe will come and connect you and they will help you, right? So while we were driving, I mean, riding, we saw that a group of kids with maybe shirtless or maybe no shorts, they were playing very close by to beach. When we go, I mean, went to them, and then we spoke to them. We understood that they are a nomad group. They have traveled from North India just for a sake of a business. And we were all like, I mean, me and my friend were like, why don't we give stationaries to these children? Next day morning when we came, we saw a school bus. Okay, this school bus was arranged by a school teacher who is close by to a government school. She wanted all these kids to come to school. So one more motivating factor for us, like, and people who are around there, they're also willing to support the cause of education. And of course, this is also one of the motivating. And the final thing is, whenever we used to give this stationery to kids, we used to ask one question is, how do you feel? Because of course, like, a lot of kids will be having, I mean, maybe they need toys to keep them happy. Some kids, they need books, they need, nowadays it is more of a mobile phones, everything. So finally we had this question. So one child replied, which I mean, of course, on one side, it we felt very bad, the condition of the country. So the child replied, he was around 11-year-old. He told that, I have never used a pencil, so this is the first time I'm going to use. And of course, he's 11-year-old, so imagine the condition of the people who are coming from this particular group. So this motivated us, and we just thought, uh, even a basic stationery will motivate kids to come to school, and then slowly we scaled up to different levels. So that's one motivating factor for us.
I'm speechless to at this moment to listen to the story. Thank you. It has moved me. Just imagine a country being so progressive. We are talking about, the kind of technology we are talking about now. And back when a kid says, "I've never used a pencil," and 11-year-old kid. I don't know. I leave it to the viewers for them to think about what the ground reality is. You have started, work at a very grassroots level from what it was to what it is now, after all the work that you have done with Right for Cause, what has been the difference from where it is to where the impact that Right for Cause has created?
Okay, I mean, one is, I mean, when we started this initiative, we were only 2 to 3, and now we have close to 60, 70 bikers who are very active with us. So it is not only being impacting the beneficiaries, but also pulling a lot of people for this cause. So our, I mean, thought when we started or were driving this initiative was just that we'll go give stationaries, we'll spend time with them and come back. And slowly our thought process changed, right? So from just giving stationaries, we thought we have to impact them for a longer period of time. So when I say longer period of time, it can be, I mean, beautifying the school. Then we slowly progressed. Okay, beautifying the school is well and good. We also assess the impact, how it is impacting. So every school where we have revamped or beautified the school with paint murals, uh, the strength of the school has increased. So then we thought this should continue for a longer period of time. And see, the of this activity is that we involve a lot of volunteers here. So all the bikers who have been riding, just riding, and then I mean, of course, like enjoying the ride, and then looking out at the nature, peaceful and all. But they also now have connected to this cause. So every time they come, they'll be like they give out their heart and soul, and they spend that weekend quality time with those kids. So that has changed a lot in terms of how the thought process has changed from where we started. And now we all think in a bigger motive. And I would say our mission now is to ensure every child gets a fair and free education.
What has been your challenges so far in these last 4 years, organizing these rides and interacting with, the schools down there?
Okay. So one is, I mean, we all know how the government and the government school operates, right? I mean, one of the challenge I would like to highlight is the relationship that we build with the headmaster. Because what happens, I mean, of course, in rural areas, they're all welcoming whatever the facility they give, but our intention is to also motivate the headmaster. So in this process, what happens, you might also lose that bridge or the relationship that you have built already, right? So let me say you are suggesting someone that you are not supposed to do this, you are supposed to do that. So in those cases, what happens, there are chances that we might lose that the relationship quality we have built with the school. So that is one challenge, but we have slowly learned how to manage that, whether in terms of providing soft and hard infrastructure and motivating them. And second is understanding from their perspective as well what is the problem and how it is to be addressed. So that is on one side. And second side is we all of us, right? So we all are working. So we are just driving this a volunteering initiative. We are not full time working with this organization. So finding time and ensuring we also involve family, because a lot of times what happens, I mean, we have observed is people will be like they will give some reason that family is not free or something like that. So we involve family so that not only your family also get involved in this cause, and we both together work for this. So we are slowly addressing all these challenges. These are some of the challenges I would like to highlight here.
When you say families can come in, um, what you mean to say, should they have a bike necessary, or what is the mode of whatever they are traveling kind of a thing?
Yeah, see, I mean, of course, the purpose is, I mean, we are all bikers, so we have named the NGO as Right for Cause. But of course, you can drive for a cause. So, so
Yeah,
I mean, some
irrespective
people even
of the mode of your
exactly
transport. All right,
through
got
that.
it,
Yeah.
got it. How many projects and what are the locations that you people have covered?
Okay, so one is, of course, as I mentioned, we are all only focusing on rural government schools, and the reason behind that is, one, we can write, and second is we should reach places where nobody has reached, or no corporate or CSR, whatever we say, nobody has reached. So we want to focus on those schools. So just to highlight, I mean, we have only focused moreover in Karnataka, and last year we had been on a Spiti ride. So there we celebrated Independence Day with kids around 13,000 feet above sea level, and there we also donated them UPS, and basically they faced a lot of issues with the power issues and all. So we thought we will donate them something meaningful. So we carried all over from Shimla, that is close to 300-400 kilometers. So that was one place. And just to highlight some of the places that now we are working, is BRLs is one among them, and Biligiri Rangan Hills, that's a forest, that's a tiger reserve, and we are working with tribal communities over there. And Nagarhole forest, that is where we started, and we get a very good response from the range forest officers. So they all are willing to I mean, welcome us and ensure the impact is being implemented there. And just to highlight some of the other locations, we have been working in, I mean, little bit on the North Karnataka side, and then some of the schools in around Shivamogga district, that is Tirthahalli taluk over there. So these are some of the highlights. And of course, some of the schools around Bangalore, we have revamped them. I mean, around 5, 6 schools, Nelamangala, and there is one more place in Tumkur. So these are the schools where we have revamped, and then we are staying in touch with them. So the reason
Okay.
behind that is, one is we want to understand how the school revamping has impacted. Second is we have formed a small committee in every school, which is a group of old students. Okay, so these old students or the alumni group, we want them to improve the school. So that's one way wherein the community takes care of its own school. So that is one initiative we started a couple of years back, and we have seen the impact.
And when you reach out to schools, for this kind of work, saying that, we're going to help you with, whatever stationery or revamping of schools or whatever the school required. What has been their response? Are they welcoming and or they say that, there are other people who are doing it, and basically trying to understand what has the school side response been?
Okay. So, of course, as I mentioned, all the places where we have visited, I would say maybe some of the small donors or alumni group might have visited, but not an NGO or a group like this. So, response has been tremendous, because they have the need. And on the other side, they want to. I mean, there are some headmasters who are really passionate. We hear stories from them, right? So they go to their houses, and they get the kids to the school if they are not coming for 1 week or so. So they really feel that these kids should be motivated, and then the parents are labor, and I mean, they are all in this sector. They go to work as soon as they start in the morning. So I mean, what we have seen is, they have motivated us as well. And every time we see some of the headmasters, we feel like we should also, I mean, we should put even more effort to create that impact.
Nice, nice. And I'm sure every work that you've been doing, there would be some kind of learnings. The reason why I'm asking is we are trying to, create a platform where with your learnings, it might be useful for someone out there. So just wanted to ask you, would you like to share some of your learnings?
Yes, one is, I mean, what we have seen is the bonding that any kind of a school has with the school. I mean, the school headmasters or the school staff. They have the relationship with the parents. It is wonderful. I mean, the second parent after their parents is the school staff. So that's the relationship which we have to see everywhere, because what we see in most of the education system is. I mean, we see teachers as one of their enemies, and that's how it has been built for so many days, right? And then if they ask, "Get your parents, I want to talk to them," then we have faced it ourselves when we have been to school. So I think the bonding between the school headmaster and the child and the parents, so it's like triangle. So that is very, I mean, beautiful in the and very strong in villages, whereas compared to urban side. So that's one of the learning I would like to share, where we all can implement. See, a human is very compassionate, right? So you have to show that compassion to everyone around. So that's what. So I mean, there is a proverb that, I mean, a lot of teachers who have inspired us say that, right? So every teacher has to see the child, or I mean, as the students as their own child. That is when they can improve their life. So that we have seen in the rural sites.
Nice. Thank you for sharing this. It's an important aspect. Not only it's connected to the rural side, it's applicable to everyone.
Exactly.
Rakesh, another important thing. How do you manage with a full-time job and you recently married and then with this weekend thing? How are you juggling with all these?
So one is, I have involved my wife in Right for Cause and all the activities as well. She's very helpful, and she is also passionate, so she conducts tuitions and all, and the money she gets out of that, she donates it to Right for Cause.
Oh,
So like
okay.
that. And
Uh-huh.
so that is on one side. And second thing is, I don't think this is something which I have to make time, but this is something I want to do all my life. So
Okay.
so I mean, there is no challenge for me in terms of making time. So I make time, and then weekends I always dedicate it for this. And of course, my personal job, I mean, the job I am doing is also maximum connected to what I am doing right now as a personal Right for Cause. So I don't see any gap in implementing any of the projects or something like that.
You know, sometime back you said this, I wanted to bring this again. You made a point saying that when you want to do that, universe will connect, right?
Yes,
Universe will come and put things in place. Like, you said now the job what you're doing, and with the what you say, right for cause, and your wife coming in. I strongly believe that when you have these intentions and thoughts to do, the universe will come together and just do something for you to get there.
very true.
Right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, yeah. If people want to join Right for Cause or come forward and uh, contribute in any way, what is that? And like, is there any criteria that people should be to join your group?
So one is we have our website,
Mhm.
and we are just now revamping that entire website.
Mm.
So the website name is Right for Cause, not Right for a Cause. It is just Right for Cause and rfc.org. That's the website name, and it is in the revamp stage. It will be again back to operation by next, I mean, this month end, I would say May end. So that's one way. And the easiest way, what we have seen is the social media presence we have.
Mhm.
One is we have the Facebook page, Right for Cause RFC. And then we also have the Instagram page, which is very active. So all thanks to my, the team we have. I mean, we are all volunteers, right? So everybody takes up challenges. I mean, they take up the task themselves. They say that, okay, I'm very active in Instagram. I'll take care of the Right for Cause page, give me
Yes.
admin access. So that is how it has been. So anyone who'd like to, that's the easiest way, and everyone is in Instagram right now, so they can access us through ride hyphen, I mean, underscore FOR_CAUSC. So that's the name, so they can always connect to us.
Okay, and one is there a criteria to join your group or your organization?
Not at all. I mean, I would say anybody who is willing to, I mean, add value to this cause of rural education can join us. It is not that only bikers, because we always believe that, I mean, anybody can make an impact, right? So, and the second is, you, if in case, like, whenever we go on a ride, suppose someone is, I mean, someone who doesn't have a bike joins our group, we ensure we carpool, or maybe right pillion. So a lot of other options there. And then once we rope them in, they themselves get involved. So they say that,
Yeah.
no, I have a school, and I mean, I studied in a school, in a rural government school. Can you please, I can fund, but can you please support some of the, and can you please give me ideas on how I can support? So that is where we see the impact.
No. And what are your future plans? Like now you have covering schools and doing so many things. Are there anything that you would want to expand in any of the areas?
Right. So one is in terms of the landscape, right? So right now I mean, geographical location where we are focusing is only Karnataka. So we would also like to expand it to other states. I mean, of course, neighboring states of Karnataka, whether it is Tamil Nadu and then Andhra Pradesh and all. So that is going on right now. I mean, we are finding. I mean, of course, we should find a biker, right? So that's very important. Who can connect for a cause. So that is one side. And second is, we would also like to explore CSR partnerships with organizations. So right now we have some organizations who are supporting us. Of course, I mean, it's on their personal capacity. It's not part of CSR, but it's coming through the organization itself. So we would like to expand. And then in terms of the projects and what we are doing right now, so we'd like to more focus on long-term projects. and we would like to, I mean, just I give you an example of tribal group in BR Hills. While we were interacting with them, they said that close to 20-30 villages are there only in BR Hills. So we have taken up only two sheds or two hub there. So 20-30 hubs are there. So we would like to expand our focus areas there. And one is, see, the problem here is the tribals, when the in 2013 the tiger reserve was announced, so the government said that you all have to go out, but the government maybe they didn't provide the facility that they really want to, I mean, lead a life, right? So that is where the gap is there. So they are not coming out of the forest, and on the other side government is not allowing people to get inside. So of course it's a tiger reserve, so we also need to understand the sensibility right there. So in order to address this gap, we have to manage it very smartly to build that relationship. So these are things that we are learning, and then that is where we want to focus on. So we want to again improve and increase our impact by going to communities like these tribal schools. So that's our one. And then long term, when I say long term, one is now we are focusing on training all these teachers, because they're all government appointed teachers, but they have completed maybe 12th standard or something. So they need some training, and then they can train the kids. And now we are also focusing on bringing these kids outside, kind of excursion, and show them other world, right? So that is one way where we can motivate them, that there is something also that people are doing outside. So these are some of the things that we have in our so that's there in this, the timeline.
Nice. Your plans are very motivating and inspiring. Okay, and nice to listen to that. Rakesh, before we could, end this segment, is there anything that you would like to add, or I missed out asking you?
I mean, all I wanted to say is, like, anyone who watches this video, is that I mean, volunteering is something that you feel so satisfied in your life that no other satisfaction can even I mean, come to nearing this. So my request is, there are a lot of things, the social gap that we have, we need a lot of volunteers to come get in and go to the ground. And of course, like, don't ever think that you don't get the support. As I said, like, a lot of people are already doing on ground. So all you have to do is go to your nearby government school, teach whatever the knowledge you have. That is one way. And the second way is, you can always do virtual volunteering. So for example, organization like Right for Cause needs some experts who can help us in scaling up these projects, and of course ideating. So you have that expert, you try to support through your skill, so that the impact gets increased. So today, one child impacted, I mean, if they get educated, that means it is not only one child, it is like the entire generation that follows that child will get educated. So let me say you impacted 1,000, that means 1,000 generations you have impacted. So that is what I wanted to say through this video.
That's nice. I'm sure there would be some amount of what you said message going around, and I'm hoping that some people will reach out to you. And moving on to our signature fast five round, I will be asking you a random 5 questions, and the thing is, you have to answer them quickly.
All right,
Okay.
I'll try.
Yeah. Can we begin? Sorry. Can we start?
Yes.
Yeah. If you want to say thank you to 3 people in your life, who would they be?
um One is my parents, and then my sister, my wife. So I would like to thank them for whatever I have been now. So all the learnings I've got from them, especially from my parents, they have been always selfless, helping people around them. So I would like to thank them for imbibing that value within me, that you have to help people, you should work for the betterment of the society or next generation. So
Car or a bullet?
uh, yeah.
Car or a bullet?
Okay. Bullet, of course.
Your corporate job or a development sector job?
Corporate job.
If you have to go on a bike trip, who would be your companion?
My bike.
The last movie you watched?
PS2.
Okay, all right. Here we've come to the last. Okay, this is the segment that we've come to the end of the show, and you've already given us the contacts that you how you can reach through your social media handles and your website. You would want to give some contact number or just the social media handles? Would that be fine?
I think I can give my contact number. That's not a problem. My contact number is 74 111 28117. So anyone who would like to volunteer or get involved in this, and of course, see, this is a volunteer driven organization. So let me say somebody comes up and says that no, I mean, I have this expert. I would like to create more impact through my initiative. We are happy to take that. So all we want is to impact those children tomorrow. That's it. So they can always reach out to me, and of course I would like to also highlight my team. So we have our president, his name is Mr. Madhu. So Madhu is he's also a corporate employee, and he has been leading us because we just wanted someone who has this expert of leading to lead us. So we invited him, he accepted, and he's part of the committee now. So and then my co-founder Sanjay, and a lot of people who have been doing the same kind of job that I'm doing, and they're also getting involved in this volunteering part. So and of course, like we all motivate each other. So I just wanted to also highlight that point that they're all pillars of Right for Cause, not only me. So that's it. So I just represent them.
Thank you so much, Rakesh, for coming and sharing, a lot of insightful stories with us, which are very emotional and touching. And I wish you all the very best. And hopefully, sometime that in whatever possible way that I could contribute, I will definitely.
Sure.
And thank you very much. And an humble appeal to people is do check out their work, go to their website, social media handles, and if you are interested and if you want to uh, do something over the weekends, but you can always reach out to Rakesh, and I'm sure you would be touching millions of life out there with just a weekend initiative, right?
So thank you very much, Nilima, to you as well, and keep inspiring through your shows. And I wish you all the best. I mean, more and more big stories coming up, and more people get impacted through that. So I think you are doing a wonderful job. So thank you for all you have been doing.
Thank you so much, Rakesh. Thank you very much.